This is the Redmi 10, a slight upgrade over its predecessor with some changes such as design, a new processor, different camera setup, and some other little features. In this video, I'm going to take you through an unboxing, review, and finally give my thoughts on the device, if it's worth buying or not. My name is Colby, and without wasting much of your time, let's get a review started. The Redmi 10 is available in three configurations, which is a 4GB RAM, 64GB storage, 4GB RAM, 128GB storage, and 6GB RAM, 128GB storage. What I have here is the 4GB RAM, 128GB storage, and it is available at 1000 Ghana cedis on Jumia and $189 on AliExpress. I'll leave the links in the description below for you to check that out. So out of the box, you get a user guide, a warranty card, a 22.5 watt fast charging brick, a USB Type-C cable, a transparent protective casing, and the device itself. The device also comes with pre-installed screen protector for extra safety against scratches. Speaking of the design and build, the Redmi 10 has a nice design compared to its predecessor. The device is made of plastic and the front is made of Gorilla Glass 3. And as an entry-level device with plastic build, it's kind of acceptable since Xiaomi wants to cut down costs. Design of the rear looks different compared to the Redmi 9 because we have a camera array in a box positioned on the top left instead of being in the middle, and this looks much better. The model I have here is a pebble white, which has a matte finish at the back, and it looks shiny but not glossy. It's also available in sea blue and carbon grey. Moving over to the external features, on the right side you find the volume keys and the power button, which also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. It works pretty well, feels responsive, and it's also positioned in the middle of the frame for easy unlocking. On the left side is where we find a dual nano SIM card tray and the memory card slots. Up top, there is a headphone jack, a speaker, an IR blaster, and a secondary microphone. Meanwhile, at the bottom, we have another speaker here, a USB Type-C port, and a main microphone. Moving over to the display, the Redmi 10 has a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD dot display with a 90Hz refresh rate, which is an advantage over its predecessor. The LCD isn't very bright, just like the Redmi 9, and this is the type which you won't be comfortable with for outdoor use. The display has a 20:9 aspect ratio and a resolution of 1080x2400 pixels. The display is also set to 60Hz refresh rate by default, so switching it to 90Hz refresh rate brings some improvement in terms of smoother scrolling experience and animations. For the screen brightness, it is not the best, but considering the price, it's okay. For software and performance, the Redmi 10 runs MIUI 12.5.3 on Android 11 out of the box. This is still the MIUI 12 interfaces that we've seen on Xiaomi's recent phones with almost the same features and visual changes. It comes with an app drawer, and it also has the option to disable if you don't need it. You get a ton of pre-installed bloatware apps as usual from Xiaomi, which can be uninstalled easily, and you also get some ads in the system apps which can be disabled. On Redmi 10, you get a RAM extension feature which adds 2GB RAM from the available internal memory, and this is kind of new. You can find it under the additional settings. I realized that there is one feature missing on the device, which is a dual apps. It's a very useful feature, and I wonder why Xiaomi removed it. My experience with MIUI wasn't really good on the Redmi 10. You find some bugs on MIUI and a bit of lagging as well. As I always say, MIUI isn't really perfect and it needs optimization for entry-level and mid-range devices. In terms of hardware specs, the Redmi 10 is powered by Helio G88 chipset, which was released earlier this year, and this is some of the benchmark scores after running a test on the device. My gaming experience on the Redmi 10 wasn't really bad. I was able to play games very well on low or medium graphics, especially for Asphalt 9 and Call of Duty Mobile. I was able to play PUBG Mobile at HD and high graphics without any lag or heating issues too. Moving over to the battery life, the Redmi 10 has a large 5000 mAh battery capacity which can last me a whole day or two, even on 90Hz refresh rates. For charging, it comes with a 22.5 watts charger, but supports only 18 watts, which takes about an hour and 40 minutes to charge fully. The Redmi 10 has a quad camera setup on the rear, which includes a 50 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, while at the front, you get an 8 megapixel selfie shooter. Shots from the rear camera look great under sunlight, and the colors are not too vibrant or oversaturated. Portrait mode with the main lens is kind of presentable and not really bad. There's a good subject background separation in it as well. The Redmi 10 also features a dedicated night mode, but it's advisable not to use it. Images feel a bit grainy and lacks sharpness with the night mode turned on. Macro shots also show some good results even with 2 megapixel camera. The front camera also takes good photos when you have a good lighting, and for portrait selfies, it isn't that bad too on the front camera. For video capability, the Redmi 10 shoots videos up to 1080p 30fps, and here is a sample of how videos look like. Alright, so to conclude this video, the Redmi 10 isn't that bad as an entry-level device. The chipset is okay for a device at this price point, and the massive 5000 mAh battery capacity keeps the device running all day. But what I didn't like is the buggy OS and the low brightness, which makes it difficult to use under sunlight. The software, as I always say, needs some optimization. And for this price point, if you're upgrading from a Redmi 9 or any other lesser device, it's a good upgrade, but I'd also recommend the Redmi Note 10 or the Note 10s. This will cost you an extra cash, but then it's much better than the Redmi 10. So that's it for my review of the Redmi 10. Let me know your thoughts about this device in the comment section, and if you did enjoy watching this video, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this in future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.